Hello and welcome. We take the seats and then we'll officially start this annual meeting and awards presentation. So thanks for being here. Okay, welcome to the highly anticipated. We've been highly anticipating it. Hopefully you haven't anticipating today's Utah State Council Annual Awards and annual meeting and awards presentation. I am John Wojciechowski. I'm the president of the Utah Safety Council. It's a pleasure to have you all here. We are here today to recognize and celebrate the outstanding safety achievements of Utah and its remarkable safety leaders across all industries. We are streaming live from the University of Utah Alumni House. We're thrilled to have both an in-person audience as well as those tuning in remotely. So I'm going to look back at the camera right there and wave to everybody tuning in remotely. Hello, everybody. Thanks for being here as well. Okay, so before we begin, we're going to take a moment to acknowledge the presence of the Highway Patrol Honor Guard. So lead us in the opening flag ceremony. So with that, if you will please stand as they proudly present our nation's colors. Time. Detail. Oh. Left face. Present arms. Now together, let's recite the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic Oh. Please. Forward march. Full thing, you do everything. Yeah, let's give it thank you all for being here again and participating in this event. Your presence here really does mean a lot to us. Your support is crucial in fulfilling the mission of the Utah Safety Council and saving lives. We want to extend our heartfelt thanks to the Utah Labor Commission for their invaluable support and sponsorship of this annual meeting and awards presentation. So thank you, Utah Labor Commission. Okay, without further ado, I'd like to invite our esteemed chairman of the board of directors, Brian Hogan, to the podium. He will officially call this meeting to order and address the board's business. So, Brian.
Thank you, John. Good afternoon and welcome to the live and in-person 2023 annual meeting of the Utah Safety Council. On behalf of the board, I call this meeting to order. This past year has been exciting and challenging for the Utah Safety Council. As a board, we want to thank each of you for your membership, your support, and for your noble efforts to prevent injuries and to save lives. We have a few items of business at this time. The first is the financial report. The total income for the Utah Safety Council during the fiscal year ending June 2023 was $2,515,293, with the total expenses of $2,172,855, leaving a net revenue of $342,438. Banking and investment accounts held by the Utah Safety Council totaled $1,226,390. Individuals interested in obtaining copies of the fiscal year 2022 through 2023 financial statements and compilation report may do so by contacting the office of the Utah Safety Council. As far as the nominating committee goes, members of the Utah Safety Council, we propose the following candidates for officers and board members. For the position of chairman, the board nominates Brian Hogan, Vice President of Safety, Health and Environment and Savage Services, for a one-year term. For the position of immediate past chairman, the board nominates Chris Hill, Deputy Commissioner and General Counsel of the Utah Labor Commission, for a one-year term. For the position of treasurer, the board nominates David J. Homer, Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, Wasatch Electric, for a one-year term. For the board of directors, terms expiring in 2023, the following are nominated with three-year terms expiring in 2026. Catherine H. Clark, Senior Vice President, Safety and Health at CRO. For new board members, for new board of directors with three-year terms expiring in 2026, Jared G. Smith, Director of Risk Management at Salt Lake County, Todd Mahana, Director of SH&E at EnviroServe, Tori L. Burns, Manager, Safety and Health at Dominion Energy. As per the bylaws governing the Utah Safety Council, these nominees were furnished to all members of the council for a vote at least 10 days in advance of today's meeting. The vote was unanimous in favor of the nominating. If there are no objections from the audience today, I move to accept the nominating report. The motion to accept the nominating report is approved. It's my honor now to introduce to you the Utah Safety Council Board of Directors. And if they're here, would they please stand? Chris Hill, Deputy Commissioner, General Counsel with the Utah Labor Commission. Geraldine Lyons, General Manager Metals, Rio Tinto, Kennecott, Utah Copper. Catherine H. Clark, Senior Vice President, Safety and Health at CRO. David J. Homer, Vice President and Chief Financial Officer with Wasatch Electric. Christy Rigby, Deputy Commissioner, Utah Department of Public Safety. Rob James, Safety and Mission Assurance Director, Northrop Grumman Corporation Space Systems. Shauna Cragen, Director of Transportation, Davis School District. Jeremy Gee, Managing Director, Health and Safety at Pacific Corp Rocky Mountain Power. Nathan H. Spencer, Chief Safety Officer for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Jared G. Smith, Director of Risk Management, Salt Lake County. Todd Mahana, Director SH&E for EnviroServe, and Tori L. Burns, Manager of Safety and Health for Dominion. We really appreciate the efforts and the work that the board members put in to help keep the Utah Council keep the Utah Safety Council successful and a valuable resource to our member companies. John and Brandy, would you like to come back to the stage? We would like to extend our heartfelt appreciation to Gordon Nordock of Dominion Energy and Chase Parker from Sandy City for their outstanding service as outgoing board members on the Utah Safety Council Board of Directors 2014 to 2023. Their exceptional leadership and unwavering dedication have played a pivotal role in advancing the council's mission of saving lives and supporting Utah's industries over the past 9 years. As we bid farewell to them, we cannot help but feel a sense of sadness, knowing that we will miss their invaluable contributions. However, we also acknowledge how fortunate we have been to benefit greatly from their profound knowledge and remarkable leadership. Gordon and Chase, we extend our sincerest gratitude to both of you for your exceptional commitment and impact on the council's success. Thank you.
Turn it down, so, thanks, Jay.
All right, well, thank you. It's good to see you this afternoon. My name is Brandy Crockett. I'm the Vice President of Operations. And I am really excited to be here. It's truly an honor to stand before such dedicated and safety conscious group of individuals. Your unwavering commitment and ensuring the well-being of our organization and each other does not go unnoticed. Today, we come together to recognize and celebrate the outstanding achievements of individuals and organizations who have gone the extra mile and make safety a top priority. Your efforts are commendable and you serve as an inspiration to us all. I've been with the Utah Safety Council for 21 years, next week actually. So I feel very lucky to have played a role in our mission for so long and for all the many years, and especially thankful for all the people in the organizations that I've had to have the opportunity to come in contact with. As I look out, I see a lot of friendly faces, and I love to, to network and engage with our member companies. So I appreciate that. And this annual meeting and awards presentation is one of my favorite times of year. Because I look forward to recognizing all of our member companies, whether it's the company or the individual, who have made it their mission to work safely and return home every day. The Utah Safety Council has been dedicated to making Utah a safer place to live and work for over 80 years. The council was founded in 1936 as a traffic safety council, and later in 1945, we extended our reach beyond the roadway. In 1956, we became a chapter of the National Safety Council, and we continue that partnership today. The Utah Safety Council is a membership-based nonprofit organization governed by a board of directors that was mentioned earlier. Our areas of expertise include occupational safety, traffic safety, emergency care safety, home and community safety, and a membership program. We're happy to partner with your organization and others across Utah and surrounding states. This year has been full of exciting changes at the council. We're always looking for new ways to deliver training and meet the needs of our customers. I want to invite each member of our staff up to the podium to talk about the changes that we've seen in each of their programs over the past year. So first up, I'm going to invite Yvette Stephanie, our emergency care program manager.
Creating a safe and healthy work environment goes beyond physical infrastructure and policy. It includes equipping employees with the knowledge and skills to respond effectively in emergencies. It also requires having the right products in the workplace that can help save one's life, such as the push of a button. One of these products is a well-known automated external defibrillator, or AED. All of us here know that accidents and medical incidents are no strangers to the workplace environment, whether it's a sudden cardiac arrest, severe injury, or medical condition that demands immediate attention. The ability to provide prompt and appropriate first aid and CPR can be the difference between life and death. By investing in first aid, CPR, and AED training, our members show their commitment to employee welfare and safety. Here's a list of some compelling reasons why this investment is crucial: saving lives, reducing the impact of injuries, promoting a safety culture, boosting morale and confidence, compliance with regulations, enhancing productivity, and lastly, being able to extend their capabilities in the community. This past year, the council delivered 117 trainings to our members at their locations, ranging from Logan to St. George, Utah. This program has held training in-house every month Our classrooms at maximum capacity. That's over 3,000 people trained and certified in first aid and CPR. These numbers continue to grow, but the most important number in all of this is the number of lives saved at the workplace. My name is Yvette Stephanie, and I'm the proud program manager at the Utah Safety Council. Join me to continue the mission this year, guys. Next up, we will program manager, Michael Stone.
Hello, everybody. I'm Michael Stone. I'm the Traffic Safety Program Manager at the Utah Safety Council. Since joining in April of 2022, I've gained many valuable insights into traffic safety, just overall safety practices as a whole. It's been a pretty eye-opening experience, especially when faced with alarming statistics on offensive driving and road fatalities. Do you guys know that Utah is ranked as the third highest state in both teenage motor vehicle deaths and road rage incidents? These figures highlight the critical role dark horses play at the Utah Safety Council. Each day as we commute to work, we put our lives at risk as we step into our vehicles. Shockingly, driving is the leading cause of workplace deaths in the United States. My mission here and the mission of Utah Safety Council is to minimize the risk that we face each day in our lives and working activities, ensure that everyone can safely return home to their loved ones. Last year, according to NHTSA data, road fatalities remains to be a major cause for concern. Last year alone, we lost 320 people on Utah roads. Sadly, experts predict that these numbers will continue to rise unless something is done. Education does play a major role in reducing this overall number. Most collisions can be prevented in one way or another. As a matter of fact, roughly 99% of all collisions are avoidable in one way or another. This would mean that 99% of all fatal collisions are avoidable as well. Imagine how celebrated the accomplishment would be if we could take that 320 people and make it as low as 3 people in a single year. Our partners over at NHTSA, Zero Fatalities, NETS, UDOT, Highway Patrol, and the Highway Safety Office would rejoice to learn that all the efforts and time invested would have made a significant impact on the lives of so many people. Since our last meeting, we've been able to reach over 10,000 people with the message of traffic safety. This is just a start, and I am hoping to improve these numbers going forward. Together, with your continued support, we can make a significant difference in promoting road safety and reducing accidents. Thank you for being a part of this important mission. Next. Next, we'll hear from Angela Nevin, Occupational Program Manager.
Thank you, Michael. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Angela Medlin from the Utah Safety Council Occupational Program. And alongside Taylor Steve, we're excited to be part of this amazing organization and to serve the community. With a background in healthcare and business administration, I understand the crucial importance of safety both in professional settings and in the community. In 2023, our MSHA program has achieved remarkable progress, certifying 2,800 participants, a 54% increase from last year. This resulted in a total of 39,000 classroom hours, thanks to our accessible and interactive web-based learning platform. We know that each company has unique needs, so we offer flexibility by sending our skilled instructors directly to your site for tailored on-site training. This approach ensures convenience and alignment with our company's operations. Additionally, we offer specialized refinery courses like Basic Orientation Plus and Contractor Safety Orientation, catering to over 350 individuals in 2023 alone. These courses prioritize safety and are conducted in person for an optimal learning experience. We are committed to providing top quality safety education to the mining community. Our comprehensive programs empower individuals with the necessary knowledge and skills for a safe working environment. Reach out to us to explore how our courses can best serve your organization. We want to express our heartfelt appreciation to all who support our occupational program, including employers, employees, MSHA, and our dedicated instructors. Together, let's continue to make a positive impact on safety and well-being. Thank you. Next up, we'll hear from my amazing counterpart, Taylor Steve, Occupational Program Manager.
Thank you, Angela, for that update on national memory programs. Hi, everyone. My name is Taylor Steed, and I'm thrilled to be one of the new additions here at Utah Safety Council. I'm honored to be part of this wonderful organization and contribute to its growth, advocate for safety, and ultimately save lives. Just a little about myself. My background is in biology and healthcare, and I'm currently pursuing a master's degree in public health administration and policy through the University of Minnesota's online MPH program. Our courses and classes range from forklift certification, OSHA 10 and 30 courses, advanced safety courses, occupational essentials, and many more. This past year, we've had over 600 people sign up for our online occupational courses, along with an additional 776 people attending our on-site classes. In total, our occupational courses have helped over 1,376 safety-minded professionals. I would like to take a moment to recognize those who have achieved success in obtaining their advanced safety certificate. During the past year, we have had 16 individuals who have successfully completed their advanced safety certification. The National Safety Council's Advanced Safety Certificate is earned by successfully completing Principles of Occupational Safety and Health and additional continuing education units. We at the Utah Safety Council offer a variety of classes, like our 4-day-long courses, including fundamentals of industrial hygiene, safety management techniques, and safety training methods. We also offer single-day courses like ergonomics, job safety analysis, and more. Empowering you is paramount to our success. Our resources available to members and non-members alike show the value we place in building partnerships and connections with everyone who walks through our doors. We also still offer our workplace safety scholarships for businesses with less than 250 people, as well as if you're Utah-based. Our commitment to your business shows that we care about you. Big or small, we want to help drive your success, and that fuels our success as an organization. Our vision for the future includes you and your success, and we are thankful to be a part of that. Thank you so much. Next, we will hear from Quentin McCarver, Program Manager.
Hello, I'm Quentin McCarver, the Program Manager responsible for overseeing the computer lab. My roles entail supervising the development and implementation of all courses we offer. My primary focus is to ensure that every worker who comes through our doors leaves equipped with the necessary skills to excel in their relative position. Our computer lab is a bustling hub of activity with workers from various industries coming to acquire new skills and stay up to date on the latest safety trends. We take immense pride in our extensive course catalog, which includes offerings like the Basic Plus orientation and several site specifics tailored to the needs of local refineries. This year alone, we've had the privilege of educating over 1,500 workers. It's been both a challenge, yet deeply fulfilling to be part of such a vital education program. Moving forward, we are eager to enhance the convenience of using our computer lab. Therefore, we are actively exploring the implementation of a digital system that would enable employees and employers to book appointments and rent out our entire lab on the internet, as making it take advantage of these courses, and we can use them to offer a better way to conduct space-efficient training tailored to your organization's needs. Next up, we hear from our Women in Safety Program, Gwen Young, as well as Nicole Ackman, Operations Manager.
Hello, I'm Gwen Young. I'm one of the Women Safety Steering Committee, and it's my pleasure to talk to you about the Women Safety Program. The Utah Council Women Safety Program initiative was to empower women in the safety field and foster a more inclusive and diverse safety culture in the workplace. This program has gained momentum over the years and is designed to provide a platform of networking, knowledge sharing, professional growth for women working in safety-related roles. And you're not left out. You play an important part for women to be successful in safety. I've been female predominant business for 20 years and struggled my first half of that. It was because I forgot to do one thing as a female in the safety industry. It got me true to who I was. But I had to blend in, but I had to match the thinking of my male counterparts. But was once I realized I was to empower my strengths, I actually flourished and enjoyed my job. So women safety, women safety, that's what we do. But we need our men counterparts because we each have unique abilities to bring to the table. Women can see problems and solutions differently than men. It's just the fact of life. You need pink and strange it. I like pink. Not very strange, but I do like pink. And once I just embraced who I was able to get better, get change, get faster buy-in, and have a better relationship with my male colleagues. That's what the women's safety program is all about. It's not an exclusive club for just women, boys that are public. Yeah, it takes all of us together to think safety always because we're in it together.
Hello, my name is Nicole and I'm the Operations Manager at Utah Safety Council. Over the course of this past year, I've had the opportunity to work in our membership department. Our membership offers a range of valuable benefits, including a 30% discount on occupational courses, access to streaming safety videos, and exclusive member appreciation events. One of the more memorable events from last year was when we organized it across the branch. We had over 175 members and their families attend. It was a delightful opportunity to personally connect with our members and their loved ones. In addition, we had the privilege of hosting Santa Claus, the Utah Safety Council, where our members and their families had the chance to enjoy various activities such as meeting Santa Claus, playing games, crafting, and indulging in a well-stocked alcohol bar. This year, we welcomed 35 new member companies, and now we have a total of 991 active members. We're on our goal, and we are confident that we're going to meet that big milestone of 1,000 members next year. Next, you'll hear from Juan Pablo Eastman, our county manager.
Hello everyone, my name is Juan Pablo and I am the accounting manager for Utah Safety Council. I have held this accounting position for the last month. Earlier, you heard the financial status and reporting for the last fiscal year, beginning in July 2022 and ending June 2023. From the report, I want to highlight that $105,000 was received from several grantors during the year. These grant funds were allocated between the following areas and programs: traffic, home and community, women safety, the annual safety awards meeting, occupational program scholarships, the media library, our annual conference, and our speaking up for safety podcast. The grantors are as follows: the Utah Department of Public Safety, Highway Safety Office, the Utah Labor Commission. We extend our gratitude to all those entities and organizations willing to grant the Utah Safety Council funds and their continued support to keep our communities safe. Next, we will hear from Ariana Dambra, Program Administrator.
Hello everyone, my name is Ariana Dambra, I'm a Program Administrator. Today I would like to address the important issue that impacts the Latino community in the workplace accident. According to the 2021 statistics, and fatal injuries in Utah are Latino individuals. This percentage is alarming and we must take action to reduce it. To begin, we have already taken steps toward this goal by partnering with the Mexican consulate. As a part of a labor right week event, they conducted a class on labor rights, providing valuable information to the community. Moreover, we understand the importance of language accessibility, which is why we offer safety essentials and culture classes in Spanish. We believe in providing services in one native language, can foster better understanding and promote safety. As a Latina myself, born in Argentina, I understand the significance of having access to service in one's own language. Hence, we are committed to increase Spanish language options across our service to ensure the Latino community can fully benefit from them. Lastly, we committed to empower the Latino community by raising awareness of the rights in the workplace. Many individuals might not be aware of the rights of the resource available to them. Through workshops, informations, campaigns, and classes, our goal is to empower Latino workers advocating for the safety and well-being. Reducing workplace accidents among the Latino community is a multifaceted task that requires collaboration, education, and understanding. By addressing this unique need of this community and providing them the necessary resources, we can foster a safer and more inclusive work environment for all. Let us work together toward workplace safety and the well-being of the Latino. Por último, para la comunidad latina, es posible que muchas personas que sean conscientes de los derechos de los recursos disponibles para ellos. A través de talleres, campañas informativas y clases, puedes empoderar a los trabajadores latinos que imploran por su seguridad y su bienestar. Reducir los accidentes laborales de la comunidad latina es una tarea multifacética que requiere colaboración, educación y comprensión. Al abordar las necesidades públicas de esta comunidad y brindarles los recursos necesarios, podemos fomentar un entorno de trabajos más seguro e inclusivo para todos. Trabajemos juntos para la seguridad en el lugar del trabajador y el bienestar de la comunidad latina. Thank you. This concludes the update for our board member in the USC Council. At this time, we would like to move to the next portion of our meeting. Next, we will hear from John Wachakowski, President.
I'll be honest, I've always asked you better than any of my teachers from first or sixth grade. Okay, the Utah Safety Council. So I'm often told of the 26 councils, chapters of the National Safety Council, I'm often told that ours is the hardest working council, and I would agree. We wear that with the badge of honor. We have a lot of forced family lunches. We talked about what should we do for centerpiece. For I don't know, lemons and limes. Before you know, we have pumpkin and lime centerpieces, and I think there's some chatter about a potato bar, and bang, we have a potato bar. And so it's great to work with such hardworking, dedicated professionals every day that I can just throw ideas out and they're like architects to actually make it happen. So if you would indulge me, just give them a round of applause. Board of directors. The other thing the National Safety Council is jealous of is the engagement of our board. They all come and they donate, they work hard, and they answer my phone calls, which is a big thing because not a lot of board of directors do that with these other chapters. So thank you very much. So, okay, yeah, give us time. For free, like that. All right, I'm excited to introduce our keynote speaker for the afternoon. We are privileged to hear from Tim Page Bothdorf, who is CSP, a CIP, and a senior safety consultant at SafeStar. Tim is an inspirational certified safety professional who brings over 20 years of occupational health, safety, and environmental experience. He has received the coveted ASSP Safety Professional of the Year Award and currently serves as Director at Large on the board. As a United States Marine, Tim earned a humanitarian service medal and is a veteran of Operation Desert Shield and Storm. He started his safety career in the Marine Corps and is very proud of his continued practice. We are pleased to hear from Tim about the 3 essential personal attributes for a safety professional. So let's welcome Tim Page.
A round of applause for John and his staff. Well, I just flew in today from Las Vegas, just literally this morning from a wastewater treatment conference. Yeah, it sounds funny, right? They definitely know how to talk some serious sense. And it was actually a fun conference. There was about 4,000 people there, and it was listening to them talk about what they do for treatment, and then having a conversation about soft skills was something that they never really thought about, because how many of you took an elementary school course on soft skills? Nobody? And then how many of you thought that you probably learned a lot of those skills along the way in your career, meeting people, relationship building? Same with me. As a matter of fact, back in 1988, I got drafted by the California Angels to play baseball. I really wanted to play at Arizona State University, so I turned the draft position down. Ended up playing my freshman season at ASU, but injured my left knee, slid into home, and my steel cleat got caught underneath home plate. And so I tore 3 major ligaments in my left knee, the ACL, the MCL, and the meniscus. 11 months of rehabilitation for an 18-year-old kid. Is that a long time for somebody to get into a lot of trouble? Yeah, what kind of trouble? Enough that the judge said, join the military or else. Straight from the chairman of the board. And so I learned a lot of things along the way. I'll tell you, I played baseball, I continue to play baseball. But now that I'm 52 years old, I figured it's probably time to hang it up. I did finish my last season with my baseball team in Phoenix called the Arizona Thieves. We ended up winning the Men's World Series in Phoenix this past October. But when I told everybody I'm hanging up the cleats, literally every time I went up to the bat, they had cameras running as if I was going to get a base hit. And so I did, and I'm gonna share that video with you. I'm gonna ask you as a soft skill favor, please don't judge me running to first base. Saw that plays the speed, didn't you? I always think about this because when I was a kid, age 5, that's when I literally started playing baseball. Again, don't judge me, I'm a Star Wars fan. Are there any other Star Wars fans here? I got an applause. That's awesome. I even got my complete. Got my Boba Fett stars. I'm a nerd. I just want you to have a sense of empathy for me though, because that photograph on the right-hand side was in Lahaina, Maui, Hawaii, just 5 years ago. Now notice something, that feeling you just got right there is a sense of empathy. You didn't get that at age 1, nor did you get it in elementary school, but you learned it, you developed it over a period of time. So this photograph was taken at Lahaina Grill. And we used to go there every year for Halloween, because if you've ever been down in Lahaina during Halloween, you know that they have an incredible party. But now that town is devastated because the entire town has been burnt to the ground. So if you can, do me a favor with your empathy at this moment, think, is there something you can do to reach out to lend a hand? But also in that moment, with the empathy that you're feeling here right now, consider, is that a way we can actually start working with our employees with a bit of empathy? Now, I'd like to spell out an acronym that spells REAL, R-E-A-L. And the E for real, other than respect and acceptance, is empathy. And I'm going to give you 7, well, I'll tell you what, there are 7 that I wrote in the article, Professional Safety Journal, which is now becoming a book. I'm going to give you that guide. But what I'd like to do is just talk about the first 3, because I don't have a lot of time. Okay? And empathy, if you could probably think about it, is number 1. So this year I've had a lot of things happen to me. My oldest daughter got married in October. He's a nerd, but I can't stand it because he likes Star Trek. He's a physicist. He works for Blue Origin at ASU. And he is in the top 3 for the next Blue Origin launch. And I'm hoping with a non-disclosure agreement that I can say that out loud. We'll have to wait and see, but he will be the first Asian and the first Filipino to take launch. And I think that's pretty cool. But my daughter got married this year, and she actually DJ'd at her own wedding, which is really cool. My wife and I just celebrated our 30th anniversary, and so you want to probably, yes, thank you. In case you're wondering, that letter L of real is listen and love. Listen more, talk less, but love a lot more than you hate. And so with all of that said, you guys just transition from empathy to love. I appreciate that. And so she said, let's go somewhere exotic for our anniversary. We thought Bora Bora was the place. But we decided to go somewhere else. And I've never heard of the place. It's called the Maldives. That was our hut on the far right-hand side, and we were there for a week and a half. With nothing to do but swim and just be weird. And we were like literally caught up on sleep, we caught up on conversations. I travel for all the things that I do. But does anybody know how I found out about things?
Internet.
Star Wars. You can thank Star Wars for that. They filmed the last half of Rogue One, which I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's my favorite Star Wars movie now. It was Empire Strikes Back for a long, long time, but then this movie came. And in the last half of that movie, they filmed it in the Maldives. I had to look it up, filming locations. And I said, hey, what about this place? And then on Father's Day, my son called me and asked, hey, Dad, how would you like to be a grandfather? It kind of got me choked up. It's the first time I've ever chest bumped my wife. Ever. High five, we've been around the house. And so if you want to see a photograph, that was, yeah, thank you. Gene. A little bit of that feeling is a soft skill that you've developed over a period of time. And I share that with you because sometimes you get safety presentations that you've gone to where you've heard people speak and speak and speak, and then you were done for having to do it. Right. So what I'd like to do is just have a little bit of energy and think about what we can do from a soft skills perspective. And you might want to call them life skills, but they're absolutely not hard skills, technical skills. They're two different things. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little bit of interaction and engagement. So on the count of three, by the way, your table is your table group, so we'll have some discussions. On the count of three, you're going to point at somebody in your table group. That will be your team leader. 1, 2, 3 points. Okay. So how did that work out for you? Let's see your hands. Team leaders, raise your hand, please. All right, this will be the only time I'll do this. If you want to, team leaders, you can go ahead and delegate to someone else. It's the feeling of empowerment. All right, so here's what I'd like to cover. I want to definitely cover the soft skills, the first 3 of 7. And that little QR code is if you want the guide, I'll give it to you. It's free. I'm not here to charge you for anything. Then I'm honored that you would select me to come and present at your awards gala. But that QR code will give you the whole 7 package, right? But what I'd like to do is today talk about the reasons why it's important, and then of course the challenges that come with it. And I'll leave that on the screen for a second so you can snap it. How many of you have actually done something with your computer and said it was the computer's fault? You've done that before? I have done that too, but as you can see up here at the top of the screen, it says the computers do what you tell them, not what you want them to do. And so, yeah, technical skills, it's one of those things. And I still use 2 index fingers to type. That's still me. I'm trying to work on it. But the 7 essential soft skills is where the guy came from. So we wrote an article, it turned into a guide, and now it's a book. And now the ASSP, and I just spoke with Lorraine Martin yesterday, who's the president of the USC. They're thinking about making this a national program with their training opportunities as well. So I'm pretty stoked about it, just thinking about what have we done over the years to develop these skills. And so here's the guide, and I'll give it to you. So the first 3 skills of the 7 I want to talk about today. It's all the time I've got. The first one we talked a little bit about already is empathy. The second one is storytelling. And the third is consistency. Of the 3, I'm a subject matter expert on my podcast. It's called Storytelling and Safety. I just bring people in, have them tell stories, and we just kind of analyze the story, and then we finish with a skill afterwards. So I'm going to share with you later. But storytelling is extremely important to me. Those 2 lead to how you can get better consistency with your soft skills. So let's start with empathy. I just want you to know that when I determine what the word or the term soft skills mean, it's not a hard skill. And I'll give you a couple of examples of hard skills are. Those are technical type skills or vocational skills. Soft skills are those things where you just experienced it because of Maui, and you just experienced it because of my 30th anniversary, and even bigger with my grandchild being born. Those are soft skills. Those are things that you feel, which is almost hard to gauge or meter. All right, so I want to talk about that. Now, how many of you have changed a tire before? How many have changed a tire without knowing how to change it? How successful were you? You bet. You had to call someone. And did they help you?
Yes.
How did you influence that person to come help?
I'll pay you $50 now.
She said, I will pay you $50. How did you influence them?
If you owe me a favor and this is it.
Okay. So listen, this is, I know it sounds funny, but it's really not a joke. It's actually true. You either change the tire with some hard skills or you influence somebody to come help you with some soft skills. Two different things. All right, and at the same time, how many hard skills did I learn in the United States Marine Corps? If I could get all of my veterans, would you please stand up? And if anybody's currently serving in the reserves, would you seriously please stand up for me? Thank you for your service. Did you learn any hard skills?
Quite a few.
What branch?
Maybe I was a corpsman.
I don't want to talk to you anymore. See, that's a joke. That's banter between, it's Corman too, so he's really like a Marine. I'm not gonna call you so. I'm gonna call you a Marine because you weren't our uniform. Anyway, a corpsman has to do everything that a Marine has. So it's just that they're gay. So. Actually, I love you. Love you to death. Thank you for your service. Everybody else that stood up, thank you for your service. Thanking around, polishing your shoes, breaking down a weapon, putting it back together, cleaning that weapon, marching up the hill. All of those things are hard skills. But in the Marine Corps, I learned how to, well, provide a bit of empathy. Because some of those guys that I actually got to learn from in the hard skills category, guess what? They had some challenges at home. They had problems back where they were from. And then listening to have them tell their story, I actually immediately learned that's where I got it. It was mostly empathy. Okay. And so soft skills in the Marine Corps, not so much going on. As a matter of fact, on Sunday, I leave. I know this is going to sound tragic to you, but I'm going to Honolulu. And I'm going to spend 5 days with the United States Marine Corps and talk to them about soft skills. It should be okay for a Lance Corporal to tell their platoon sergeant that they're not feeling it. But they have so much fear that it cripples them from talking. And so they don't speak up, they just follow orders, and then they just march on. But if they are not 100% mission ready, and they don't know they are, or they don't speak up about it, it becomes an issue. So they hired me to come in and try to get them to do that. I think that's kind of cool. Also, at the same time, you think about soft skills, there can be challenges. And so I want you to think about this first one here. All skills are contextual. And so for me, when I walk into a room like this week, I had a keynote session of 4,000 people, water and wastewater professionals. There were some safety folks in there, but if I didn't read the room correctly, I could have delivered a very terrible message. But that is a soft skill. Okay. And I want to talk about how comfortable it could be or how much discomfort there could be as well. And so some of these things that people develop over time, they just don't like showing emotion. How many of you know someone in your life that just has zero emotion when they actually are, when you're talking to that person? Know somebody like that? It's my dad. It's my dad. But when my grandfather passed away, it was the first time I've ever seen him become emotional. I was immediately wanting to go comfort my own dad, who used to kick me in the pants. Okay. But with all of that said, I know it could be one of those things that were to be quite comfort. So empathy. In regards to this very first one, it's very empowering. And it provides a different context of where you're thinking about going with a conversation. And I'm going to use this in real life. How many of you know a guy named Charles Green. He's an international YouTube sensation. Everybody know who he is? Don't know? He's affectionately known on YouTube as Angry Grandpa. You ever heard of him now? I actually got a chance to meet him before going in. And so here's an action item for you. Soft skill number one. I actually used to carry a clipboard and a piece of paper or some kind of checklist when I would go audit facilities or do inspections. And I found quickly that this was a persona. Having a clipboard in your hand, and then here comes Mr. Safety person. And so what people end up doing is they see the clipboard and you got the busy vest on, the hard hat, and they kind of go away. Well, I saw this guy, Charles Green. And if anything can say anything about this photograph, which he gave me to use, so I'm using him as an example for empathy. I knew because the plant manager that hired me to come and do the audit told me first, but you're gonna come across this guy in the maintenance shed. His name is Charles Green. Some people call him Chuck. He's not gonna give you anything. And so I said, okay, well, let me try this a different way. I put the clipboard down on the table. I went out there and I saw his toolbox. And it was his. And the reason why I know it was his is because he's got photographs of his family on the very top of it. Now, I was aiming to get him, Charles, the angry grandpa, to talk to me about what were the dangers in his job so I can inspect for those hazards. Because the company didn't empower him. They expected a safety professional, which I was hoping to switch that culture. Let's put this in the hands of Charles. First thing I noticed was on the very top of his toolbox was a bunch of family photographs. So instead of asking Charles right away, hey, what's going on with your job? What are the dangers? I actually said these words. I see you got family there. Who are they? He introduced every single one of them with enthusiasm. And then I said, oh, wow, cool. I wish I had, at the time I didn't have grandkids. I said, I wish I had grandkids. That's a cool little thing. He goes, I wish I would have had them first. Then I asked him, I said, well, if you brought your grandson into work, how would you explain the dangers of your job? He listed every one. And so I had a little bit of empathy moving in, and I changed my tactic going out. And then I just came back in my mind and I started writing on my clipboard and I showed it to the plant manager because he said all that. I said, yeah. How many questions did you ask him? I said, couple. And I told him what I asked him. So that's empathy in action. Just start like thinking, can I relate to this person and talk about family? It provides a ton of benefits, right? Be prepared to say, you know what, I'm going to talk about my family too. So I did talk a little bit about my family. That's one way you can do this. Start with what's important to you. I gave you a bunch of stuff that was important. Star Wars, family, grandkids, even baseball. All of that was wrapped up into a 5-minute introduction. Okay? So this is soft skill number one. Let's move on to storytelling. I like hearing stories. I really do. And so with stories, there's a lot of things that come through this, but the most important is vicarious learning. I like to hear people tell me something and I put myself in their shoes and figure out what are they doing. Let's talk about storytelling in action. If you ever remember a quote today, this is the quote I'd like for you to remember. This is Maya Angelou. She said, people will forget what you said, and people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. That's a pretty powerful statement. So I like to tell you a story. And first of all, what do you think about this? Let me set it up. How many of you have tripped over a cave before? And when you fall to the ground and you got a room full of friends, what do your friends do? Is that empathy? No. What happens if you break your elbow? Do you think your friends will still laugh? Just for a second. Oh, wait, you broke your elbow? I'm so sorry. How about this? How many of you have been the friend that watched somebody else fall? Did you laugh? So it's a wonder when we trip over something and then we get up off the floor. We don't care if we got hurt. We look around the room to see if anybody saw us fall. And then we go, oh, wait, I hurt my elbow. Has anybody ever fallen down a set of stairs or missed a step before? Couple of you, anybody fall up a set of stairs? There's no shame or judging in this session. This one's important to me. Raise your hand if you've ever run a red light or a stop sign. You've listened to this. When you figure it out, what are the first two words out of your mouth? I mean, what do you do for the next 3 or 4 seconds? Scanning the road for the first time in your life, looking for highway control. The reason why you're asking for forgiveness in that moment, knowing that you made a mistake, is because of shame and judgment, as opposed to the opposite end of the spectrum. And let me just use a different example. Who here, raise your hand if you've ever witnessed someone else run a red light. And so now what are the first two words out of your mouth? As if you've never been there before. And so when these embarrassing moments come around, it's kind of almost hard to flip the Rolodex in your mind about telling a story. But ultimately, if you told a story like this, can you imagine who it could help the next time or the next person that you tell it to? So here's a story that's happened to me. I live in Mesa, Arizona, which is just right off the baseline in Ellsworth. If you've ever been there, if you've ever been to Phoenix, you know everything's a grid system. So, right. Stay away from that podium. That's what I'm doing today. Or if I can tell you what, let's do this. I was on a 14-day trip. And so the trip had brought me to 6 different countries. And the guy that asked me to go, he said, I need to speak at different conferences across the globe. I said, well, where do you want me to go? He goes, first stop is Nigeria. Second stop, South Africa. 2 days later, I'd like for you to go over to Abu Dhabi, drive to Dubai, and fly out to Kuwait. And then when you're done with Kuwait, I need you to go to London and then Ireland and then come home. 14 days. I said, okay. So I said, I'll do it. Kind of exciting to go to different countries and speak in different places. And so I took off. When I got home, and then I took the 10-hour flight home from London Heathrow, and I was completely wiped out. Still didn't even know what time zone I was. And drove down the road on Highway 60 to get home from the airport. And there's a little exit off underneath Highway 202, as you can see the little stack there at the freeway on the top left-hand corner. And I get off the road, and I actually hit the Bluetooth button when I call my wife and said, honey, I'm on my way home. Is there anything you need for me to pick up? Has anybody ever done that before? Or has anybody got the call on your way home? Did you grab something? So I was sort of like that. And so I got up to the red light there at Ellsworth. She says, no, I think we're good. I said, are you sure? You don't need anything. She goes, I just need you. Oh, soft skill. So I said, okay. Now, 2 years before this event, the VA called me up and said, hey, we need you to come in. I said, what for? We've got some results that we need to talk to you about. You just can't tell me on the phone? No, we need you to come in. So I went in and they told me that I had a reversible liver disease called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. That means I eat too much sugar. As a matter of fact, my VA doctor said, if you continue down this path, sugar is going to find a way to kill you. He said that word. So I had to cut out sugar, carbs, and anything that could contribute for my liver not to metabolize. All of it. And I did that for 2 years. I got home from this trip and I was thinking, you know what? There's this place down the road called Soda Rush. My wife didn't want anything, but I told her, you know what, honey, I think I'm stopping at Soda Rush. She goes, you know about your liver, you shouldn't be going there. I said, well, I'm going to get something else because Soda Rush has this non-fat, non-dairy, or lactose-free, sugar-free ice cream. Doesn't that sound just lovely? It actually is pretty good. I said, I want to grab some ice cream from Soda Rush. She goes, oh, well, since you're stopping, can you grab 5 sugar smashes? The #1 voted cookie for the last 7 years in all of Arizona, which is 100% sugar. I said, oh, you want me to get 5 of those and you're going to make me eat this crappy ice cream? I get it. So I got the order on the phone, it's in my head, and You know me in a drive-through, I need to have everybody when we get to the station. I don't want anybody looking over my shoulder and doing any of this. I just give me the order for you. So I'm putting the order in my head. And then I pull up the baseline road. And in order for me to get there, I've got to go through this light and then at the next light turn left, and that's where Soda Rush is. And so I pull up, let's pretend that wooden panel PT Cruiser was the car that was sitting there. And I pull up right next to it, nobody in front of me, and I'm waiting for the red light to turn green. And I'm in La La Land, 14 days on the road. I'm putting an order in my mind, thinking about just being home, which is literally around the corner. And you should know 92% of all accidental highway, guess where they are? 2 to 3 miles of your destination. So I see this PT Cruiser turning left, and for some reason I was just like in Spaceland. I'll admit it, I made a mistake. As soon as I saw the car move out of the corner of my eye, guess what I did? I moved too, because I thought it was my turn. And then I blew right through that red light. On the other side of the street, there was another car trying to turn left. They stopped, and now they're giving me digital feedback and yelling out the window. So I didn't know that I made a mistake right then and there. So guess what? I yelled. I get into the ordering station. I got all the food, and I'm now on my way home. I'm juggling my baggage, my backpack. And sure enough, I get into the house. I tell my wife that story. So with this said, storytelling is a huge thing, but I want you to think about how you would practice this. If you do me a favor, if you're going to be willing to admit you made a mistake, it shows human fallibility, but it's a bigger, deeper connection. Because if you're willing to admit that you've made a mistake, guess what's going to happen to the person you're telling the story? They're going to relate and go, oh, you know what, that just happened to me the other day. But they were too afraid to say it because leaders, we actually say, here's what we want you to do, but never admit to the mistakes that we made with the same conversation. When I told my wife that, guess what her first question was? Do you think that could have been worse? And I said, sure. Because the lady that was yelling at me, she had 3 kids in the back seat. How much worse do you think it could have been? So yes, I joke about running a red light, and most of us are embarrassed. As soon as you figure it out, you're asking for forgiveness right away. And then you get pulled over, and once you get pulled over, if you get a ticket, that's great. If you don't get a ticket, you still feel like you've been enforced because you broke a rule. Therefore, you equate enforcement on the road to enforcement at the workplace. Therefore, your safety people become safety cops. Okay? And I'm not saying anything about that law enforcement. That's not what I'm saying at all. I just feel that way. That is not a soft skill. That is an unfortunate skill. But with consistency, as we get better with those first 2 skills, all I'm asking you to do is stay consistent. If you're going to tell stories or you expect stories, make sure it's around the board. Everybody at every level tells stories. Okay? Not just one person, not just a group of people, but everybody. And so with this moment in this third effort with consistency, I'm going to give you 6 tools that I have seen that work in the soft skills realm. Number 1, please do not react to a situation. If you are reacting, that means that you're in a position to blame people. Whereas if you pause, think, and respond, you'll take away the blaming mindset. As you get to the next 2, fresh eyes. Charles Green gave me every single risk that he has perceived in his workplace. But the company didn't empower him to look for those things. It was the safety person's job. We can actually let everybody look. So fresh eyes is for everyone, not just one. The last one on the bottom left is data. Increase your data. And I know that's a hard skill sometimes, but if you got near misses and you hear people telling stories, write them down. Track it. It's a metric. There's actually a standard on tracking metrics. It's ANSI Z16. It's a really good standard. Over here on the top right, personal commitment. If you're going to decide to do it, make sure if you tell people to follow the rules, you better be following the rules too. Or if you haven't, you have a story to tell. How it could have been worse. And finally, these last 2 is all about engagement and active leadership. Tell stories. Talk about what's going on in your minds. Talk about your family. And I've learned over the years that the supervisors that do a really good job, they know every one of their people, whether they have kids or grandkids, and know what they're doing. That's a great step. That's a soft skill. Okay? So these are the three. And I'll wrap up here with consistency. And I'll just stipulate that, as we look at the soft skills, you're going to face some challenges. Okay. So with soft skills themselves, it's going to improve your individual outcome. In other words, you'll be able to speak up. And if you do speak up and you're a leader in the organization, then your employees will start to speak up too. It actually contributes by 10% to stop work employee. It's actually a pretty cool thing if you see it work. Okay? Encourage individual extras. Talk about your family, talk about what you like, talk about where you're going, talk about whether you went to the Barbie movie or not. I have not. But I might have to when I get home tonight. Where's the empathy for that? Has anybody seen that movie? Is it worth going to see? That was a bunch of hands. All right. Thank you for that. So, two last things I want to talk about, and I'll give you some time for questions. So the first one here, I'm going to use a term that I like to use called moving or shifting from enforcement to empowerment. So the original title that I used was safety cop. Okay? Try not to be a safety cop. As you see here in this photograph, think about being a safety coach. That will get you to move from enforcement to empowerment. Now, I understand that you still have rules to follow, you've got compliance regulations to meet, but there's other ways to do it than just any-handed enforcement. Okay? Start to coach. Try to share that mindset and do that with 3 soft skills, the first 3 I showed you. And then this final thing, I just want you to know that safety to me is a master, or kind of, you can get really good at it in terms of a well-lit room. It's not a binary thing. It's not black and white. Everything moves with the ebbs and flows of your personalities in the company. So if you want to get better at this, you have to ebb and flow with what's going on with your people. How many of you had some challenges in 2020, say around March or April? Guess what? So did everybody else. And it got personal too, because then you knew some people that were affected by it. And then that means you were affected by it. So there was a lot of empathy in March and April. And then it started again in June and July, and then it started to become again something like spectrum. Right? So in regards to what you feel, I just want you to know that you can ebb and flow with your people, and that'll help you manage workplace culture. I think it's kind of cool if you get a chance to see it, but you're gonna have to try to engage at least those first 3. Right? And if you want to learn more about the last 4, we can talk about it later if you want. I'll even send the link and we'll do a free webinar. I'll do it online if you like that. Right? Just reach out to me. I'm gonna leave this up for a couple seconds if you got any questions. Randy had asked if I could give you about 10 or 15 minutes for questions, but either way, we'll leave that up to you. If you got any questions for me. If you'd like to have me come speak to your facility, you could use this QR code. That'll actually send an invite, and my speaking manager will actually get a hold of you and find out what you. Otherwise, reach out to me, connect with social media. I would love to talk to you about what you're doing for soft skills or anything else in the workplace. But I would say that I would be remiss if I didn't thank you for having me here. You guys were fantastic. Thank you for the laughter and the engagement. Even better, the soft skills of empathy and love. I appreciate you all very much. Yes, sir. So if you were a deaf, assuming you're not a deaf, what color would you like? Purple. Purple. I would tiptoe across the dark in the light. All right. To the hand. Those of you stars that fans don't know what a lightsaber is, we can explain it. Okay, we are going to get to the part that we will actually give awards away. So
I'm thinking of the exact number. We have so many awards to give away this year. Well, let's begin with the awards. I want to say we give away like 150 awards. 128 awards. So I wanted to say that because it's just a lot of award nominations that come in, that the process quickly. We call on our board of directors, filter all those and decide winners. So it's a lot of work. We love doing it. It's very high standard, very strict. So I'll just say right now, congratulations on the winners. Congratulations to everybody that was nominated. And with that, let's get right to it. So let's have Nicole Ackman come up with the membership board.
Sorry, I'm just gonna make sure. Perfect. Sarah, hold on, guys, just give me 1 second here. Got a lot of names to go through, so gotta make sure we're on the right one. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start with our membership awards. The membership of the Utah Safety Council are the foundation of our success. We are a member-based organization, and we try to make decisions and run our operations based on objectives of our member organizations. There are 3 levels of membership, and each year we recognize the top 2 categories, contributing and sustaining. We honor and recognize these members for their generosity in supporting our mission. This recognition serves as a tribute to provide a safe and healthy working environment for all employees and stakeholders within their organizations, which helps us all make Utah a safer place to live and work. Please come forward as your name is called. You will take a photo on stage and then exit to your left for another photo opportunity. The new contributing members we would like to recognize this year are ALS Environmental, EnviroCare, Valley View Granite, and Tamara recently completed her advanced safety certification through the Utah Safety Council as well, so. And I apologize, I skipped ahead, and there's sustaining members, I apologize, Sean, I'm gonna have order there. Integrity, Material Management. And the new sustaining members, we'd like to recognize our Fox Pest Control. And then, of course, Tamara with Valley View Granite, I did her part, so I will. Thank you to those organizations. We look forward to getting to know you and engaging you in the future. We appreciate your membership. Next, we will hear from Angela Medlin, who will present our Million Hour Award.
Okay. So now we will present the Million Hour Award. The Million Hours Award recognizes companies who reached 1 or more million consecutive employee hours during the 2022 calendar year without incurring an OSHA recordable injury or illness and days away from work or death. So please come forward. As your name is called, you'll take a photo on stage and exit to your left for additional photo opportunity, which actually would be outside at the big banner that says Utah Safety Council. Those receiving this award this year and celebrating over 1 million hours worked with OSHA recordable are as follows. Bar Engineering, Lisbon Valley Mining Co. North American Industrial Services. Northrop Grumman Space System Propulsion Division Promontory. Ralph L. Wadsworth Construction. Thermo Fisher Scientific Logan. Vesta Industrial Contractors. Wyatt Field Service. Congratulations, $1,000,000 award winners. Next, we will hear from Quinn McCarter, who will present our Perfect Record Award.
Our next award is the Perfect Record Award that recognizes companies who have worked an entire calendar year without an OSHA reportable injury or illness. 4 days away from work. Please come forward if your name is called. We'll take a photo up on stage. You'll enter to your left for additional photo opportunities. Those receiving this award this year are as follows: AEEC LC. Bar Engineering Co., Salt Lake City. Odell Construction Company. Verdict Material, CRH Company. Cameron Construction. Central Valley Water Reclamation Facility. Chevron USA, Inc., Salt Lake Refinery. Please be conveyors. Corp. NDX, doing business as Davy Bickford, USA. Engineering Technology Corp. Fillmore Community Hospital. Fresh Market 39 South. Fresh Market East Ogden. Fresh Market Layton. Fresh Market South Ogden. Cromwell Construction. Harder Mechanical Contractors. Danium Design LLC. Kern River Gas Transmission. Vince Overton. Lynn's Price. It's Ogden. Harlem Flag. Colorado, Utah. Mountain State Spent Company.
North American Industrial Services. Ralph L. Wadsworth Construction. Rocky Mountain Specialty Contracting. Savage Services American Fork. Savage Services Damon Garfield Rail. Savage Services Roosevelt. Savage Services Savage Energy Terminal. Savage Services Service Support Center. Savage Services Starpoint. Savage Services Sunnyside. Savage Services Aurora. Next Technologies. Tylerville Basin Water Reclamation District. Fairfield Inc. Wyatt Field Service. Congratulations to all our perfect record award winners. Next up is Mike Stone, depending on. All right, looks like everyone's putting up over there. So Utah Safety Council and Network of Employees for Traffic Safety and Utah Department of Public Safety and the Highway Safety Office encourage companies to adopt and promote traffic safety programs for employees. Together, we are recognizing companies for achieving a 100% seatbelt usage rate during their 30-day observation period. These surveys are conducted to determine the actual usage rates of employees wearing seatbelts. Companies are required to implement specific education programs to encourage employees to buckle up. This year, there are 5 awards. Please come forward as your name is called, and you'll take a photo on stage and then exit to your left for an additional photo opportunity. Each of the following organizations achieved a 100% seatbelt usage rate. Hudson Printing. Ranger Hunter Improvement District. Mountain Health Courier Service Salt Lake Office. American Industrial Services. And the next seatbelt award actually goes to a company that showed substantial improvement in their 30-day observation period, eventually reaching a 100% usage rate. That goes to Rocky Mountain Health. All of our occupational seatbelt awards. Next, we'll present our Professional Driver of the Year Awards. This is the 39th year that Utah Safety Council is recognizing individuals for dedication to service and the example is set for all professional drivers. There were several great applicants this year. This year, we have 2 winners of the Professional Driver of the Year Award. Each one is in a different category. Those categories are Metro Transportation and the Long Haul category. To begin, I'm happy to announce our winner for the Metro category is Ted Taylor at Park Cox Trucking Company. Ted was recognized by his safety manager, Brian Schultzen, who nominated him for this award. Ted has been driving for over 23 years with a combined total of over 2 million safe driving miles. Ted Taylor is an individual whose remarkable achievement has set a new standard of excellence in the world of transportation. It is with immense pride and admiration that we extend our heartfelt congratulations to Ted Taylor for his outstanding victory, clinching the prestigious Metro Transportation Award. Ted's unwavering commitment to safety, professionalism, and his unparalleled contribution to our transportation network have truly set him apart. At this momentous occasion, we celebrate not only Ted's exceptional accomplishment, but also his remarkable dedication to ensuring the safety of those he serves. With an incredible milestone, 2.3 million safe driving miles under his belt. His feat is not merely a reflection of his driving prowess, but a testament to the countless lives he has safeguarded throughout his journey. Ted, your achievement has resonated far beyond the stage. Your dedication to maintaining an impeccable safety record across millions of miles is a true inspiration. Congratulations, Ted Taylor. Legacy of safety and excellence will continue to shine brightly in the world of transportation. Next, we have the long haul category. This year, the long haul category goes to none other than Shane Barrow, who works at Martin Truck. Shane was nominated this year by his 50 manager regarding trucking, Craig Payne. Shane has currently been long haul business for 36 years with over 4.5 million miles under his belt. Shane drives a tractor trailer and drives across Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and Nevada. Shane Barrow is an exceptional individual whose dedication, skill, and unwavering commitment have led to a remarkable achievement. Shane's journey toward this award has been marked by tireless determination and unyielding passion for his craft. Shane's achievement not only reflects his prowess as a driver, but also underscores his resilience in facing the challenges of the road. His ability to navigate vast distances while maintaining the highest standard of safety and professionalism is truly commendable. As we honor Shane today, let us also recognize the integral role the long haul drivers play in keeping our economies connected and our communities thriving. Shane, your accomplishment is an inspiration to us all. Your commitment, discipline, and unshakable work ethic have set an example for others to follow. To stand the pinnacle of success in the long haul professional driver category, remember that this achievement is not just a destination, but a milestone and a journey that will continue to unfold. Congratulations, Shane. We'll hear from Yvette Stephanie to present the Harold R. Everett Lifesaver Award.
You guys again. I'm glad everyone's up here. All right. So the Utah Safety Council is recognizing several individuals who played a role in saving lives. The Harold R. Everett Lifesaver Award honors a man who was a pivotal part of the Utah Safety Council's emergency care program since he began teaching in 2002. Harold had a long history of working in the emergency medical services field, dating back in the 1970s as a first responder. In the many years Harold worked as an EMT, he participated in many events and gave back to his beloved community. Anyone who knew Harold knew that he would do almost anything for you. It was his giving spirit and infectious laugh that made spending time with him so enjoyable. Many of those in attendance today may have taken a training class from Harold. So what is a lifesaver? A lifesaver is a person who steps forward when someone needs help. This person overcomes fear, acts when others hesitate. This person is willing to put the well-being of a stranger first. We have two winners of the Lifesaver Award this year. The first person is Ivoma Maseuli. At work, Ivoma helped save a life with her quick actions and confidence and her ability to provide CPR. Ivoma, without any hesitation, attended to this employee. She checked vitals and found that there were no pulse or breathing. She began CPR right away and directed another employee to get the AED. Once arrived, she hooked the AED onto her coworker and followed directions of the AED ordered. A shock was delivered, and before you know it, she felt a pulse and heard faint breaths. Ivoma did not leave this person's side. She continued to monitor and provide comfort until paramedics arrived Thanks to her act of selflessness and courage, someone was able to reunite with family that evening. It is my pleasure to have Ivona Maseuli attend here today to accept her award and take her photo. Sergeant Warren Butler,
Good afternoon. On Tuesday, April 18th of this year, around 3 p.m., Sergeant Chad McCoy was traveling westbound on I-80, east of Lake Point to the Lake Point exit on marker 99. He was heading home after a 10-hour patrol shift in Salt Lake County. Traffic in the area was heavy, the afternoon commute just getting underway. Without warning or without notice, Sergeant McCoy saw a pickup truck pulling a U-Haul trailer traveling the wrong way, westbound traffic coming straight at him. This truck showed no signs of slowing down or pulling over. Sergeant McCoy's training kicked in, turned on his red and blue emergency lights, and selflessly positioned his patrol vehicle to take the brunt of the impact. Doing this ensured that the truck would not be able to get past him and crash into the motorists who were behind him. This undoubtedly prevented serious injuries or deaths from motorists traveling behind Sergeant McCoy. Sergeant McCoy and the driver of the wrong way vehicle suffered injuries and were taken to the hospital. They are both very fortunate that their injuries were minor because they could have been much worse. There has been an increase in wrong way drivers on freeways, and they pose a huge threat to the motoring public. There are times when we as a patrol agency are able to get to them to stop before they hurt others or themselves. But too often we're not able to get to them in time to collide with other vehicles. The impact of a vehicle traveling the wrong way at 70 miles an hour, colliding head on with another vehicle going 70 miles an hour is catastrophic. We have unfortunately dealt with too many fatal crashes dealing with wrong way drivers. Sergeant McCoy was at the right place at the right time and reacted in the right way to prevent any serious injuries or death to anyone, including the driver going the wrong way. If you ask Sergeant McCoy about it though, like that he was just going God. Doesn't look for recognition or praise. He's just glad that nobody was hurt and that he was driving a big old Chevy Tahoe. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to present to you life-saving award to Sergeant Chad McCoy.
Next is our largest award category, the Award of Merit. The Award of Merit recognizes quality in occupational safety and health programs as measured by an outstanding safety performance. These companies who are below the national average for their industry over a 3-year period in lost time and total case incidence rates, which are compiled by the United States Department of Labor, Bureau of Labor Statistics. Please come forward as your name is called. You will take a photo on stage and exit to your left for an additional photo opportunity. Winners are announced alphabetically, so in an effort to save time with the photos, please try to come forward as soon as your name is called. The following companies are being recognized with the Award of Merit. AEEC LC. Alta View Hospital. Ames Construction. Allied Universal Security Services. Asahi Refining USA. Bar Engineering Company, Salt Lake City. Bear River Valley Hospital. Liddell Construction Company. Verdict Materials, a CRH company. Taft Valley Electric Company. Cameron Construction. Cedar City Hospital. Central Valley Water Reclamation Facility. Chevron Salt Lake Refinery. Delta Fire Systems. Eport. NIX doing business as Davy Bickford USA. Fillmore Community Hospital. Great Basin Industrial. Carter Mechanical Contractors. Beaver Valley Hospital. Hunt Electric Incorporated. Imperial Design LLC. Jack B. Parsons, the CRH company. Jordan Valley Water Conservancy District. Kern River Gas Transmission. Kroger Lake Dairy. LDS Hospital. The KD Hospital. Mechanical Service and Systems. Mountain States Fence Company. Nielsen Construction, ACRA Company. Oak B. Tanner. Park City Hospital. Parker Hampton Commercial Flight Controls Division, Ogden. Primary Children's Hospital. R&O Construction. Ralph L. Wattsburg Construction. Excavation, ACRH Company. Rocky Mountain Specialty Contracting. SAC Incorporated. Savage Services, Bingham Garfield Grant. Savage Services, Full Service. Savage Services Service Support Center. Savage Services Starpoint. Give my hand. Sevier Valley Hospital. Skyline Electric. Smithfield Hog Production, Milford, Utah. Snyderville Basin Water Reclamation District. St. George Regional Hospital. Staker Parson Materials and Construction, a CRH company. Shore Steel Incorporated. Teva Pharmaceuticals Salt Lake Operations. Thermo Fisher Scientific Logan. Treehouse Foods Incorporated Ogden, Utah plant. Utah Valley Hospital. Vesta Industrial Contractors. Wasatch Electric. Western Rock Products, a CRA company. Whitaker Construction Company. Wyatt Field Service. W.W. Clyde and Company. Union. Congratulations to this year's award of merit winners. I will give them a hand. Next up is Brandy Crockett with our Wish Award.
The next award is the Women in Safety Health or WISH Award. Each year, our steering committee selects one woman to honor with the WISH Award at the end of year Women in Safety events, as well as our annual meeting. They get to be recognized twice. And this past year, we had 5 deserving nominations, and each of those candidates were well qualified. But I'm pleased to share with you all that Carolee Burton was our 2022 WISH Award winner. But coming up, I'll tell you a little bit about her nomination. Carolee has been involved in the safety and health field since 2010, when she first became a nationally certified child passenger technician, and she began working at Primary Children's Hospital. She also worked for the Utah Department of Public Safety Highway Safety Office. During that time, and she was the Occupant Protection Training Coordinator, then became a program manager In 2018, it also earned her bachelor's degree in public health and promotion from BYU that same year. Carolee has contributed to creative safety initiatives in areas of occupant protection, such as the state's child passenger safety program and the teen driving task force. Of particular note is her creativity and innovation in providing new ways to educate and assist child passenger safety technicians statewide in a virtual format developed during COVID. With the help of the team, Carolee oversaw the development of 3 child passenger safety videos, allowing technicians a way to work toward their recertification virtually. She also trained partners on how to conduct virtual car seat inspections to serve their communities and conduct virtual car seat checks and in-person inspections herself. And if you've ever installed a car seat, it takes a lot of work, getting in and out of cars and taking parents. So we appreciate what she does there. Utah's Child Passenger Safety Program is nationally recognized for innovation among state highway safety officers, which in large part can be attributed to Carolee's passion for traffic safety. Congratulations to our 2022 with the award winner, Carolee Burns. Now, the next award is one of my personal favorites. It's the Robert F. Parenti Individual Achievement in Safety Award. This award is given each year to recognize dedication and personal motivation for safety in the workplace. The award is named after Robert Parenti. Many of you may know him, but he did spend 28 years as the president of the Utah Safety Council. And I will always have a special place for Bob in my heart because he is the one that agreed to hire me 21 years ago. So he took a chance on someone who didn't know anything about safety and influenced my life and many others for the better. Under his leadership, training programs were developed, membership grew, and the Utah Safety Council became the leader in safety training. I'm excited to announce the 2023 recipients of the Individual Achievement in Safety Award goes to James C. LaRue, Safety Supervisor at Barney Truck. Wow. Craig Payne, Safety Manager at Barney Trucking, says that when Jim joined the crew of Barney Trucking, he hit the ground running. He developed a pneumatic tanker operation training and orientation, field training standards for drivers, as well as developing a pre-trip inspection process. Jim implemented the Site Safety Lead program, which has dramatically increased productivity, as well as the quality of service that Barney is able to provide its customers. Jim works closely with elected officials to improve highway safety. He recently testified in front of the Arizona House and Senate Transportation Committees to make changes to allow uniformity of weight limits between northern Arizona and Utah, making it possible for Utah trucking companies operating long combination vehicles to be more economical, efficient, and profitable. He works closely with Utah Motor Carrier Division and Utah Highway Patrol's Commercial Enforcement Section and provides training and benchmarking enforcement efforts to make Utah roads a safer place to travel. When COVID-19 hit, Jim recorded videos of the required training and testing and made them available to all drivers via their online training platform, making it easier and safer to deliver those required trainings. Those trainings, as well as how to accurately complete industry paperwork, to include hours of service logs and vehicle inspections. Before coming to Barney Trucking, Jim was also a law enforcement officer in Los Angeles County for 17 years. I haven't ever lived in Los Angeles County, but I'm sure that was a big job. So, and he specialized in traffic enforcement and major accident investigation, and that experience has been a huge asset to Barney Trucking while he's been there. He's been married to the love of his life, Terry, for 40 years. So that's grown children and 2 grandchildren. Jim's commitment to safety is known throughout the trucking industry, and he has made a significant positive impact, and his actions have benefited so many. It is with great pleasure that we award James LaRue the Individual Achievement Award. Congratulations. All right, I'm gonna ask John to come back up and, for the remaining awards. back to you.
Okay, today we recognize an organization that exemplifies the true essence of safety and preparedness in the face of adversity. The Utah Safety Council is proud to present the Utah Department of Public Safety Division of Emergency Management, DEM, with the prestigious award of safety by an organization. And DEM coordinates emergency efforts among state, federal, and local agencies, ensuring Utah's readiness for any challenge to preparedness, response, recovery, and mitigation. DEM State Hazard Mitigation Plan emphasizes continuous preparedness for potential threats, enabling effective disaster response and recovery. Through training programs and the Be Ready Utah initiative, DEM empowers thousands of emergency responders and families to be self-reliant during disasters. DEM oversees various ongoing programs, from search and rescue to hazardous materials, enhancing Utah's safety and well-being. Initiatives like the Public Alert and Warning System and the State Emergency Response Team showcase DEM's commitment to protecting Utah's residents and farmers. Let's celebrate the Division of Emergency Management's tremendous efforts in fostering preparedness and building resilient communities. Our heartfelt gratitude goes to DEM for their exceptional service in creating a secure and thriving community. Congratulations to the Division of Emergency Management for receiving the Utah Safety Council's Award of Safety by an Organization. They're a true beacon of safety and excellence. Okay, Lifetime Achievement Award. This award honors individuals who have made remarkable contributions to workplace safety for at least a decade, leaving a significant impact on individuals and organizations alike. Today, I'm honored to introduce Craig Allen, 2023 recipient of Utah Safety Council's Lifetime Achievement Award, recognizing his unwavering commitment to workplace safety and health. Let's give him a hand. I'm told Craig always travels with the stand club, so. Craig, armed with the Masters of Public Health from the University of Utah, Craig holds dual certifications as a certified safety professional and a certified industrial hygienist, solidifying his reputation as a leader in his field. Beyond his professional accomplishments, Craig actively supports the growth of the occupational safety and health profession, serving on advisory boards and contributing to conferences. Craig's visionary initiatives in Intermountain Healthcare have transformed workplace safety, safeguarding countless lives, including during the COVID pandemic. Let's celebrate the extraordinary legacy of Craig Allen, a true inspiration and dedicated advocate for workplace safety and health. Congratulations, Craig Allen. And I told you he has a 30-minute speech, so let's give a hand to the
Well, hopefully I'm full over. So I found out about this yesterday, so I had to throw something together. Thank you for the award. I don't really see myself there with the professionals that are in this room, like the police that were responsible for to go home as good as or better condition if they arrived to work that day. I haven't always been successful there. There might be somebody in this room who might find a culprit with me down in Las Vegas. Looking at you says, sorry, about 35 years ago. But anyway, we get better and we learn as we go along, and we are blessed to have zero accidents in our workplaces. I wouldn't be standing here today without the help, support, and mentoring for many people. I'd like to recognize them. I want to thank John, Brandy, the board, Bessie, for being there for the workers, business, state for all this time. We could be successful without you, so thank you. I've also been blessed to work for several great organizations here, over the years, and without their cultures, I definitely been successful. My present employer, Intermountain Health, and my previous employers, which all have been just incredible cultures and incredible focus on safety. Without that, there's no successful. I'd also like to recognize my team, that safety professionals that you could ever hope to work with. Without your support and dedication, we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't come through the pandemic the way we did. So you guys are rock stars. I would also thank my leadership, all the support that I've had over the years. Dave, thank you. And finally, my wife, 40 years, I don't know what she's thinking. My kids and my grandkids who just continue to put up with long days and late nights that sometimes don't as work. So thank you all for doing it. And appreciate it.
Okay, for the last award of the afternoon, we honor Smithfield Foods with the prestigious Award of Honor for their unwavering commitment to workplace safety and employee well-being. Welcome, Vice. The Award of Honor recognizes companies that set an exemplary standard for workplace safety, and Smithfield Foods' journey has been one of purpose and responsibility. Beyond their mission of providing safe, affordable food, Smithfield Foods demonstrates genuine care for their employees and the planet. The Smithfield family embodies safety, diversity, and inclusion, extending their positive impact on the communities they serve. Their clear mission is to produce good food responsibly, sustainably feeding people worldwide. Responsibility is the backbone of their operations, caring for employees, animals, and the environment. Smithfield Foods' pursuit of excellence extends to all aspects of their business, from customer service to sustainability. Let's celebrate Smithfield Foods' commitment to workplace safety and innovation and inspiration to others. Congratulations to Smithfield Foods on this well-deserved recognition. Let's create a safer, more responsible workplaces together. Congratulations. Well, let's do it round. Yay. The raffle, so for everybody that donated back to school items, which I'm not sure how we're gonna get them all back. A lot of it out there, so thank you. You have why don't you guys come up and draw the tickets.
We really do appreciate you donating to back to school raffle. Everything is gonna go to a school, with that has a lot of needs in the community and where the city council is. So we really appreciate that. And we have to have 2 different prizes. So we did say you don't have to be present to win. So I'm hoping that I don't disappoint anybody as we pull these out. And they're not here. But if you are, you can come up. Han, no, from OC Tanner to us here.
You know, Han.
Yeah, we'll get it to Han, so thank you very much. The other one that I have here is Chad McCoy from the Utah Highway Patrol. So he was an award winner, so we know him as well. So, but even though you didn't win, we really do appreciate everything that you donated and made this event as well as our fundraiser a big success. So thank you.
Okay, before I welcome our esteemed Brian Hogan, our chairman of the board, back up to the stage, we have a couple of events that we want to give reminders for. Coming up quickly on September the 28th, across the ranch is our membership appreciation event. It's fun. We have donuts and hamburgers and pig races and pumpkin patching and pumpkins. It's a lot of fun. We invite you to come with your family. You get to know the safety council, we get to know you, and it's a fun time. On September the 28th, which is a Thursday, by the way, so, you come on Thursday, you get Friday off. I think, pretty sure. And then, next up is our wish event, our Women in Safety and Health event, where we will award a wish for recipient this year. And that will take place on December the 8th, this is the Heritage Park, in Salt Lake City, across the street from the zoo. It's a great facility, we checked it out, we're going to have it there, December the 8th, so. With that, please welcome Ryan Hogan, back to the podium to adjourn the meeting and offer his final comments.
We'll give a hand to John and Christine and everybody. We put in a lot of hours, a lot of extra things happen, so we really appreciate it. With that, the meeting is adjourned.
We're gonna take a group.
Yeah, so much.
Get fresh out. We stayed last night.
Now that makes it worse.